Today, I'm having the pleasure to talk with Rob about our program and what he got out of it. And yeah, great having you here, Rob.
Thanks. Nice to be here.
And yeah, Rob is the founder of a B2B events business, and that business organizes automotive conferences in several countries, if I'm right.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
right. Yeah, we run our conferences in the US and in Europe. So yeah, it's a busy year.
yeah, and Rob, yeah, a couple of months ago, we started together with our trajectory. And can you perhaps share a bit about how you started when you joined us? What was your situation back then?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're a small but rapidly growing business. We have 13 employees in total, but that's up from about six this time last year. So that growth brings with it a lot more activity, and a lot more pressure, a lot more things to be juggling. And so when we met through the entrepreneur meetup here in Valencia, I learned about what you guys do, and I've had coaching before. I've been through a business incubator over the last 12 months, but I really liked what I heard about the way you guys think about it. And so I was interested to learn more and invest in myself as a business owner to help myself learn and to help manage the business better over the next few years.
Yeah, that was and what was the most important reason for you to join us, to start working with us?
I think the balance between business coaching and personal stuff as well. I mean, one thing I have struggled with the beginning of the pandemic, I did loads of exercise, but then business got tough throughout the pandemic, and I've never really got back on top of my own personal fitness and carving out time for that. So I knew that your approach was driven by the balancing of business and personal life, and a kind of holistic approach to that for entrepreneurs. So that was a real attraction for me. And I definitely feel like I've learned a lot in that way through the course.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, in our trajectory together, we worked on many different things, but I think the core is we helped you to become a better leader for yourself, towards yourself, but also towards your business and team. And what would you say were the most important lessons or takeaways that you got out of our collab?
Yeah, I mean, I took away a lot, I think, and it's all kind of digesting and slowly taking on board and manifesting. For me, the visualization piece was really important. So there were a number of exercises where we looked at where do we want to be, who do we want to be, how are we going to behave when we are this success or this uh, the way the business is going to be in 2 years or 3 years time. So those techniques around the visualization were really hit home, I think, with me, and were really useful. But there's a lot of material covered over the last 3 months, so there's a range of different things that I've taken away for sure.
Yeah, and I also remember that we worked with a performance tracker, and yeah, you filled it out quite consistently over the months.
Mhm.
And how was that for you to just track your growth and be so consistent with your actions?
Yeah, it was really good. I'll be honest, it felt like a bit of a burden at times to be going in and filling it in, but I wanted to get value out of it, so I tried to be quite diligent with filling in all the boxes. Some really useful extra insights, so tracking sleeping, linking some dietary habits to when I wasn't sleeping well. That was a really useful insight. But I think as well, just holding, some of the things we were working on were improving diet and exercise. And so having the tracker, it sounds simple, just writing it down every day, but it really helped to hold myself to account. And I know that you were there providing feedback as well. So I found it a useful process. I think I did nearly 4 months, pretty much, with only missing a few days along the way. So I found it really useful. It was hard to keep track of while I was traveling, so I think
Yeah.
that's where I let myself down a little bit. But that's probably where I let myself down a little bit with with those routines and things as well. So that's something for me to work on. But the tracker was definitely really useful.
Yeah, I've seen your growth in the tracker, and also when we scored you at the beginning and at the end, we saw like a plethora of different improvements, which is very interesting because you already scored pretty high when you started. You were definitely not like a struggling entrepreneur, not at all. But I think, yeah, it's quite a pleasure for us to see that you have improved across the board. But how was it
Yeah,
for you?
we've just run through the stats, and yeah, it was a surprise to me. I really couldn't remember what scores I'd given myself at the beginning, so it was a pretty honest assessment. But when we go through the different categories and the areas where we've seen an improvement, then I can clearly link those back to topics that we covered throughout the course as well. So yeah, it's really nice to see that progress. I think it's really important for business owners, whether you're an entrepreneur and it's your own business, or whether you're just a leader or a manager, to continue to invest in yourself, as well as obviously working with your team on training for themselves. So yeah, this was a bit different for me. I definitely learned a lot of new things, and yeah, really nice to see the progress as well.
Yeah, now you're here in this situation. What are you excited about next in the coming months?
Putting everything into action that I've learned. So we're growing quickly. We're implementing a new business plan, kind of version 3.0 of our business plan. The team is growing. So there's a lot going on. And so I'm looking forward to implementing all of those things within the business, but also to making sure that I carve out the time for myself and the balance to get back on top of my own personal exercise, get my health as good as it can be, and all of the side benefits that come from that as well. So yeah, lots to work on, Project Rob, and looking forward to putting the effort in and seeing the results.
Yeah, so you can become even better entrepreneur and leader for your growing business.
Exactly.
Because it all starts with you as the leader, and I think that is the beauty of the fact that you chose to actually invest in yourself, because you've done a lot of purely business coaching, but this was like a combined program for you as a leader.
Exactly. And I think, we all know this. We know that if we're physically in good shape and we've got good discipline about our diet and all of those things, we feel better, we have more energy. We know these things, but it's very easy to just not do them. So I think this course has really helped me to zero in on how to implement all of that, and to just give you the motivation to make those changes in your life, the small changes throughout lots of different aspects that all add up to progress.
Awesome. Is there something else you wanna share when we wrap up?
No, just that it's been fun as well. You and Rochelle are really approachable and amenable. I think the course, the materials and the access have been really good, and it's been really nice to get to know some other people on the course, learn about their businesses, understand that I'm not the only one going through some of the challenges, and so it's been good to support each other through these discussions as well. Yeah, it's been really enjoyable, and I'd highly recommend it for any other entrepreneurs out there.
Amazing. Yeah, thanks, Rob, for your perseverance, your commitment, and your trust. And it was also a lot of fun to have you around in the group and in the one-on-one. So thanks a lot.